And start this one too.
You were like, please leave me alone.
And start up some music. Yeah, play this one. Turn the sound down. There we go. There we go. We are now live. And we are now public. Cool. Now let me just share this link. Copy. Share it on Discord. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Okay, I guess I'll start. Alrighty then. Chapter 22. The fight begins!
We are really speed running everything in this story for quite a while.
Sorry, what was that?
I said we are speed running everything in this story for quite a while.
Yeah. Everyone present tried to stop Danny, but his mind was already made up. I'm leaving right now, so who's coming with me? Or going, whatever. We will, answered several voices from behind. Danny and the others turned around to see who entered. It was Claire, Talon, and Damien. They had returned from their journeying in Johto. That's a weird way of saying that, but okay. Talon, you're back, Danny said, looking at what his friend was holding. And your sword is fixed. Yes, fixed and stronger than before. And it took a very convoluted time to do this in the story. Anyway, Professor Elm coated with a special chemical that keeps out heat. Turner will pay. Okay. We also brought some reinforcements. Claire informed. All the gym leader. Oh. Awesome Penguin. Hello, Awesome Penguin. Welcome to the live stream. We also brought some reinforcements, Claire informed. All the gym leaders that Danny had fought in... I prefer the word battle here. Sounds like he had a fist fight with the gym leaders. Danny had fought in Johto had come to help. Whitney, Morty, Cliff, and the others were all there. We won't let Team Rocket hold our neighbor Kanto hostage, Faulkner exclaimed. Lance should be attacking Rill's base any second now, stated Steven. Then we better hurry, Josh exclaimed. Let's go get him, Danny declared. Josh turned to his sister and her two children. Duplica, I want you to stay here. Please be careful, Josh. The angry trainers and the gym leaders broke out of the house, expelling their transportation from their book. I like the wording here, expelling their transportation. That's a good way of...
Why is this?
That's a good way of, like,
expelling?
saying you're throwing out Pokemon. Expelling. Flying Pokemon suddenly appeared all around, spreading their wings. The bird Pokemon pruned their feathers to allow for better flight. Not forbidding feather. Oh, anyway. The flyers were made up of Pidgeot, Dragonite, Skarmory, Fearow, and Zatu. Rill felt a sudden surge of change as he meditated. What looks like Lance is finally making his move. Turner, tell the Rockets to get in their defensive positions. Yes, sir. They will be eliminated by Lance, and that will automatically solve that problem. Lance will be doing us a favor, and he won't even know it. Eric was secretly concealed in the room and had just recorded Rick's... Or I call him Rick. Rill's previous... Yeah, there we go. Previous words on a mini tape recorder. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Rill's face when I play this for his loyal minions. Claire and Faulkner were the ones in the lead. Claire was on her Dragonite and Faulkner rode on his Pidgeot. An aerial arsenal flew information across Kanto's sky. They were going to... They were going in... Did you say something, Carrie? Oh, I guess so. So
Oh, I didn't see anything.
yeah, someone in the
There was someone.
We're gonna load to join up with Lance. The Dragon Master was still holding back, but there was only a minute left until he made his move. The seconds ticked by, and finally, when he was ready to attack, Danny made a sudden entrance on Legend 2. Danny, you're here. I'm not the only ones here. I'm not the only one here, Lance, Danny assured, as the other allies landed behind him. Excellent. This is what I hoped would happen. Now that we have a Tyranitar, we can't lose. I always say loose instead of lose. What the heck? Oh yeah, the Tyranitar. Right. Danny mumbled to himself. Attack! Lance shouted. The small army's Pokemon broke down the gates leading into the base and charged in without asking permission. The Rockets attempted to defend their post, but most became captives in seconds. You suck.
They really do suck.
Since Lance and his friends have broken into the base and are defeating our troops, that's supposed to be R, not R. A Rocket executive informed. Oh, it's not since. Sir, Lance and his friends have broken in and are defeating our troops. Excellent. Real respondents.
Oh, I think that's me.
Oh, right. It's your turn, Carrie. It's your turn.
Excellent. Real responded something, please. Danny knew that Josh and Talon had been on the base grounds before he asked them where Real kept the prisoners. Follow me, this way, it's this way, Josh answered. Talon, Damien, Danny, Talon, Damien, Danny, George, Stephen, broke away from the others and made a dash for the confinement area. With group effort, they kicked the door down and entered. The rescue unit broke up, with Danny and Stephen looking on the right side and the others looking at the left. Danny called, "Susan, are you here?" called Stephen. "Casey, Dan," yelled Josh. "Is that you?" Danny went to the door and asked the question and found several familiar faces. "Alicia, Aunt Emily, are you guys alright?" "You came to save me," Alicia sighed. "Don't be silly, he came to save me," Shelly corrected. Shelly. "Actually, I came to save all of you, so stand back. Red Knight, break down the door with a metal claw." Red Knight forced the door in and freed the imprisoned family.
I don't know if this is what happens in the story, but I do have a picture here. Put the new pictures here. There it is. Boop. Pictures here. So yeah, just Danny reuniting with them.
There was easy enough remark Lance after tying up the rockets at the main gate. "We should go for the heart of this operation and take a view," Claire suggests. "We can't do that without Danny and his Tyranitar. Where's he?" "I think they went to free some prisoners," Nick answered. "Do you know where my family is?" Danny asked his Uncle George. "I'm afraid not," he answered. "We haven't seen much of it outside since your father battled Real." "He fought Real?" "Oh yeah, and he won." "Well, at least that was what we thought at the time." Danny heard muffled sounds from a nearby cell. Look into it. Polly and Mr. Seal were on chairs with their hands tied behind them and claws put over their mouths to silence them. "Hey, hang on out there. Oh, please, allow me. Everything's stillwing." Stephen insisted, and his steelbird sliced the entrance into several cuts with his sharp wings. Then he rushed inside to free his sister and grandfather, but they seemed to trying to stop him. They were shaking their heads and trying to warn him of something. "What is it? Is something wrong?" From Danny's view, he couldn't see everything in the room, and he did not realize that Turner was with him. His life was at risk. As the mercenary was ready to stab his sword through him, thankfully Stephen came in and saw what was happening. But the sword was only a few inches away from me. Master really wants to see how well you will do against him, but he doesn't seem to see the danger that I do. So now I will kill you. But Stephen jumped in front of the jump over, put his arm in front of Turner's attack. The blade cut a deep wound in the trainer's hand. Blood started coming out. I think that's the first time we see something like that in
Yeah. So this is the first time we've ever seen anything that violent in this story.
But we were like,
it's like, damn, teenage me. Hey, Jack's here.
I mean, like we were pretty bloodthirsty when we were in our teenage years, isn't it? We were like, this is the thing, and then right now we're like, we just want to sit here and chill and play video games. Also, we hope that the world doesn't blow up in the next day or so. Please.
It's looking more and more likely every day.
At least we are together when it does blow up.
Yeah.
That is grim. In any case, Steve, the commotion that was happening caught Damien's and Talon's attention. They feared the worst and ran into the open cell. Stephen held his bleeding head and pushed against it to slow it down. Then he took off his jacket and wrapped around it to act as the bandage. You hurt him, Talon exclaimed at Turner. We will make you regret it, Damien declared. They flashed their swords above them and took them down or something. I think.
Both flashed their swords above them and took them down. Oh, kind of like. Okay, hold on.
I think you swing them down or something.
Hold on. He flashed their swords above them and maybe swung them down? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, swung them down, yeah, that... Turner quickly came to the conclusion that he was at a disadvantage fighting two skilled swordsmen at such a small area and stepped back outside. Yeah, back off! Like, back off! Go, line up!
It's like, is he gonna run past some energy doors and then make sure that he's only fighting one of them at a time?
I don't know, do we have these sorts of things? I don't think back then you were that into Star Wars before meeting me at this stage. Also, don't you think that 8 Escape was also kind of Star Wars because of the
yeah, I mean, there was an actual Darth Vader monkey in those games.
Yeah, and also in 8 Escape 2 as well. We were on the moon. Danny, untie them! Stephen ordered, pointing to Polly and Mr. Silk. You okay? Danny asked, being very afraid that something would happen. I will be fine, hurry and free them. Danny took the gag off Polly. She sighed and became relaxed. Oh, I'm so happy to see you came to help us, Danny. Do you know where Mom and Dad are, Polly? He asked, untying her bonds. No, I haven't seen Dad for a while, and Mom was taken away by some man. As Mr. Seal tried to speak over his scare, and Polly and Danny helped free him. It's Leonardo, he informed. Who is Leonardo? Danny questioned. He was a famous painter and a Renaissance man. But I didn't think that Leonardo we are talking about.
Okay, guess it's my turn now. Leonardo was
the uncle, I suppose. Yeah, I think that you were pulling the old man.
Yes, Leonardo was the son of the vice president of Sylph's rival company. Wow, I came up with that really? Title for that company, and even I don't know. I think it's Wyria, or is it Wyria, or is it Iria, or is it? I don't know. Yeah, it's like Fist of the North Star. Yeah. Uh, um, I think it's Wiria, which sounds stupid, but I'm just gonna call it that. Wiria.
You're naming things like you're watching Black Rock Shooter. You're playing Black Rock Shooter, and their names are just jumbled up English letters, and you're trying to pronounce it correctly, but there's no set ways of pronouncing it. Like you smash your hand on the keyboard, and it's like there's my character name, yeah, and people were like,
but
what?
We did not think them a rival company back then, and neither did they think us one. The president and I were good friends, in fact, but after he passed away, the vice president took charge. That's okay. He was less. I don't know. It's just.
It's gonna his own kids ruined everything. I'm telling you. Okay,
He's less
Grandpa.
friendly and quickly broke off all relations with Silco, trying everything he could to take us out of the competition. I believe one of his plans was for his son to marry my Cassie. This way, when I was gone, they would force her to join the companies. I don't know how companies work, honestly.
Neither do I. I mean, spoilers well, let me just go and see. Haru. Let me try to go and look up into something.
Should I keep reading?
I'm looking up company. It's request.
I think it might depend on if it's a private or a public company.
Why did she get married? Why did she get also married though? Married? I cannot type marriage. I cannot type. It's still 10 in the morning. Apparently, Carrie cannot type. It will force the. Cognitive okay. What is he? What the heck is
What are you looking up?
He is oh no, he's a politician, my bad. He wears a what the heck? He's a fire playboy, okay.
I have no idea what you're looking up.
No crimes of misogyny, okay. Misogyny of polygamy, okay.
Wow,
okay.
I really don't know what you're looking up.
What is he? Oh, never mind then. It has nothing to do with marrying two companies together. I do not know about that either. Sorry about that.
I think, I think this sort of plot could maybe work if it's a private company. Because if it's a private company, it's owned by private individuals. Whereas if it's like...
Yeah, usually we see in drama, it kind of...
It's like if it's a public company, that they're shareholders and stuff, and I don't think this would quite work out.
No, it won't. Also, people will have lots of savings to that.
So, if Silphco's a private company, which I highly doubt it would be, I mean, this is a huge company. But anyway, let's just move on. Forget all this business talk. Let's just move on with the story. Alan and Damien fought in the halls with Turner. They teamed up. They were very powerful, and Turner could just barely block their moves. He had his sword burning at an intolerable temperature, but it made no difference now. Impossible! Why are your swords still together? We knew that our swords would never last against yours in their condition, so we took the liberty of making them heat-proof. Professor Elm was kind enough to give us a special overcoating that can withstand heats of up to 800 degrees. I don't fucking get any of this, but whatever.
Is it 800
I guess.
Fahrenheit, right?
I was just really going with whatever back then, wasn't I? Give in, Turner. Suffer the same fate my family was put through. You can't win now! The two allies pushed Turner back further, and they were coming close to the end of the building. This is where it ends for you! I have waited for this day. Turner's only weapon... Turner exclaimed, sideswiping... Talons exclaimed, sideswiping Turner's only weapon away from him. Ian, help me! Turner cried. To Damien's shock and disbelief, his best friend Ian came to his enemy's calling. Master Turner, did you call for me? He asked. What? This can't be! Damien shuddered at the truth he saw. I had the chance to destroy Ian when he attempted to escape, but I saw the good he could do for me. Real took control of his mind and put him under my command. Ian walked up to Damien in a friendly way, and he smiled at him. Damien, look out! Talon warned. Remember, he's being controlled now. This can't be happening, Damien denied to Ian's face. It's good to see you again, Ian claimed. He took out his blade from sheath on his back and raised it against Damien. Okay, that's a picture. Music, I like music now. Where is it? Okay. Boop. There we go. Okay, so there's the picture. Hold on, what's this say? Now, my old friend, you are going to fall at my hands. Ian went for an easy victory and tried to stab Damien in his heart. Damien blocked the move with a sword and easily pushed it away, with Ian as a distraction. Turner regained his sword and stepped up to fight. Now the odds are equal, 2 against 2, he informed. Damien and Talon looked at one another.
Why does he look like he's pouting?
I'm pouting. Let's see. Talon looked up at one another for answers. Talon looked at the open cell with a barred window. Damien was standing outside it. This is too cooped up. We will do this outside, Talon pointed Damien to the window, and the young albino, it's just weird calling him that, knew that what was required. He swiftly raced into the room and cut the bars off. Talon attacked the window and cut out a large circle. The glass within the circle fell through and left a hole, allowing them to exit through it. Don't let them escape! Turner exclaimed. They won't escape. They just think they can do better against us outside. Ian followed after his enemies, and Turner looked on Danny. Real will deal with you, he declared, running away. Josh was missing all the action. He was on the other side of the building, freeing everyone that he could. One by one, the doors fell and the prisoners were set free. Good work, Kabu Strike. That will do for now. There were too many to free. All this second. We need to reunite with our friends. Kabu! The Kabutops replied, after stomping on the prison door. Danny and Polly helped Stephen move, the pain from his wound affecting his walking speed. But he got stabbed in the hand! I mean, I guess if you're in a lot of pain, it would affect your walking speed, even if it wasn't like your leg that got hurt. Emily's family and their grandfather accompanied them. Thanks, guys, said Stephen. I should be thanking you, Steve. You saved my life, Danny reminded. You were very noble, Stephen, Polly complimented. Aw, I just did what I knew I had to do, Stephen stated, blushing. Josh set up with them halfway... Josh met up with them halfway... What is the sentence? Josh met up with them halfway, bring along his refugees. Bringing, comma, along his refugees. Okay, that's good as I can get. Steven, are you alright? Asked Josh, alarmed at the bloody clothing put around his arm. Okay. Do you want to read now, or should I?
Yeah, sure. I can read. You can look at the video. And what the heck? Sorry. There was a snake. Snake running around in the store, and then a lady just caught it by the hand.
What?
But apparently, it can be a pet snake. It ran out of the window.
Last chance to catch a dragon baby is what it's called.
But I do like snakes though. I do like snakes more than dragons though. Suck it.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Whoa, where was I? Okay, there it is. I'm fine. Steven answered with nothing else. No, I feel like he is straining. He is straining. It's like, yes, I'm fine.
Because with nothing else doesn't make any sense to me. There we go.
I'm kind of if that hit. I'm kind of worried if that hit will actually hurt his artillery in his hands though. If there's any major things in there, because is it the back of his hand or the one at the front? Because it's the underside of his arm, that will be a little bit more serious.
The back of his hand.
Okay, that's good. But we should go back to where Lance is. Suggest George. No, I have a better idea, said Polly. I know where they keep all the stolen Pokemon, including the ones from Emily's ranch. If we could release all of them, then we knew exactly where Polly was going. They would immediately attack Team Rocket. Precisely. Good idea, Sid. Let's go. Danny looked over and saw his cousins, grandfather, and several others who had been freed. They looked unaware of what they should do now. What are they going to do? Rockets are still swarming out in Kanto. I would recommend you to stay here until their leader is brought to justice. We are going to put them to death. But why did you free us? Why did we stay here? A man asked. That's a good question. Josh answered, making them fall over from his strange response. Ray was sitting alone in his chamber when Eric stepped inside. You calling me, sir? Ah, yes, Eric, I have a job for you. Also, my voice sounds a little bit different now that I'm more awake. A massive sub battle was about to take place. Ian and Turner on one side, and Talon and Damien on the other. If you can't bring yourself to fight your friend, Wood, Talon's offer was turned down by Damien's instantly. He is my friend, and that is why I will fight him. I will have to do it to destroy Ryu's control. Besides, I never take away your privilege of avenging your family. You take Turner and I'll handle Ian. Thanks. No more meaningless words! Turner exclaimed, leading Ian into battle. They both started by attacking their foes. Talon and Damien held their grounds and turned their swords sideways. The four blades vibrate against one another. Ian's against Damien's and Talon's against Turner's. It was like they were arm wrestling with swords. That's interesting that is a very bizarre.
Yeah, that's very bizarre. That sounds kind of dumb to me. Anyway, picture. Oh, forgot to delete those lines in between. Oh well. Also, Turner looks a bit thinner than he should.
A few sentences might be accidentally deleted after you put the picture.
Oh wait, did I delete text?
I think you deleted a few lines. You put it in the wrong. Oh, you put it in the wrong lines. That's why. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Oh, it still stays there. No, it was not.
Let's
Okay.
see. Where?
Keep pulling it up, I guess.
Um.
Oh, I mean, you can do it like this. How long can you stay like this, old friend? Ian questioned in a shaky voice. Longer than you can. Damien replied promptly. So do you regret challenging me now? Turner asked, pushing Talon down to the into a crook. Talon let his sword slide off Turner's and he rolled sideways against his legs. What? Will's henchman was tripped and rolled down, then was on the ground for long, and they got up the second they had the chance. Once their weapons touched, and this time they moved rapidly, both of them flashing around from every angle, each move being stopped by the next. Ian and Damien had also came up with their standstill and were going at each other like they had been all their lives.
Man, this not the best riveting sword play I've read. Okay. Polly, her brother Stephen, and Josh stood outside. They were right by the entrance into storage house.
What are you trying to look for? He's breaking the floor. I feel like that's a very Anakin thing to do. I don't care. Or maybe if you do it, if you do it like what's that thing? Do it like a Trevor Bell when he's like, I don't care, and then he walks off. Oh no! Okay, what was the scene in The Mummy? Oh, Jesus. Is that the beginning of the story before they go into Egypt? What did you say is the mummy then? Wait, so what movie is this? Is it Indiana Jones or not really? Why did you say that it's a different movie then? I don't get it. Oh, okay, I see. So what is where is this chip from then? If you don't mind me asking, I'm kind of curious. Seriously, you just find this and say it, type in something. Hold on, let me try to, what is this called? Olaf's bookcase falling, oops, chaos. It doesn't say anything. Collapsing, bookshelves. Yeah, I hope that we didn't bore him. Speaking of this, look at this thing. This looks even worse. Yikes. Is that... Oh, the cleanup is going to be a pain. Okay. Alright, keep going. That is strange. Save your file first.
Microphone. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. Hold on, I just gotta share this with the other screen. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. We are back in action. That's good. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, everybody. Where was I? I think I was reading something. we got lost in bookshelf dominoes, Gary. Okay, let's see. And you two, Dan, is really bad. Steven said, Legend 2 knocked that. That's right. Dan was like, knocked the shelves over with Legend 2. Okay. Legend 2 jet around the outside of the shelves, pushing one over, setting off a chain reaction like dominoes. The shelves fall on top of each other, and the Pokeballs fell everywhere, and Polly's plan became a reality. I choose you! Danny's call set all the Pokemon free as their balls touched the ground. There were so many it wasn't clear if the warehouse could hold them all. Polly's Pokemon ran, floated, and slid back to her. Polly, you're safe, Lapras rejoiced. Smeargle! The painter Pokemon greeted. It's good to see you again, Polly replied, hugging all of them. Mission accomplished, Danny remarked. All at once, Dan and Susan released their Pokemon, which were also under Rail's control. There's no time for this, Lance stated. Danny, listen to me. You must be the one who attacks Rail. But Lance, you said I needed a Tyranitar, Danny reminded. It's too late for that now, he answered, sounding angry that Danny didn't fulfill the original plan. Well, he should sound angry. It's like, Danny's getting his revenge for his father being tormented with that horrible training.
Wait, oh yeah, that pool thing.
It's too late for that now. Fulfill the original plan. Your Red Knight might do the job anyway. Go now. We will hold them off. But I'll go with you, said Stephen, putting his allegiance with Danny. Are you sure? Move it now, little brother. My Pokemon have returned to me, and we'll keep them busy. All of Polly's Pokemon, including the Cubone, were ready to fight for her. So go, Danny. What?
You would think, yeah, you would think that Dragonite is actually good enough to fight against Real in this case, because for crying out loud, that's a bloody dragon.
You would think, but if you saw the first Mewtwo movie, there was like this big old giant Rhydon or Nidoking, this big Pokemon, and Mewtwo was like, I am going to levitate you so you can't do shit. Go.
Mewtwo.
Yeah. Go, Danny. We can handle this, Josh reassured. Danny motioned his Dragonite in and grabbed onto her neck while holding Stephen's hand. Ah! Stephen cried, soaring out of the warehouse. He was dangling by Legend 2's tail until Danny harnessed the strength to pull him on. Legend 2, head for that dome building over there, Danny ordered. Danny's dragon increased speed to reach the destination. Dad, do we really have to do this? Polly asked, hoping there was another way. Dan looked at her without an answer and motioned his Pokemon to move in. If I have to, I'll fight Susan. I will battle Dan's Pokemon, Josh informed. Then my Pokemon will face the rocket, Lance said. Oh, I think not, Eric argued. There is someone else who would like to fight you more than I. Eric had a woman Lance's age come forward. She had on a blue jacket over her orange top and wore a short skirt. Her hair color was magenta, and it was tied back by a band with oh god, the descriptions. Anyway, there was a band a Pokeball attached to it. She wore glasses, and I don't think I would go this crazy for character descriptions nowadays if I were to rewrite this. Anyway, glasses, both tall and elegant. Prima! Okay, Lorelei. Prima was actually a mistranslation or the wrong name for this character in the anime. Her real name is Lorelei or Lorelei. I was never able to figure out which way you pronounce that. Anyway, I guess I'll just call her Prima here. Yes, Lance, the Pokemon Master responded. I've come back to take my revenge on you. Prima was an old member of the Elite Four. Her selection of Pokemon was Ice-type. Elite Four members could only remain if they can defend their title. Prima was defeated by a challenger who was replaced by another. How dare you take me off the Elite Four? Wait, what? Prima, you were defeated by someone who wanted your place in the Elite Four. The Pokemon League rules clearly state this, and why did I say them earlier? That seems unnecessary. When Elite loses to anyone who challenges his or her position, he or she must leave. I don't care. You were afraid of me. Admit it! Lance didn't understand what was going on with Prima. Prima was always peaceful and kind. There was only one explanation she can think of. So, Prima, he reached you as well. That is not your business. Stop this endless chattering, Rill's voice echoed. I order you to attack them! Go! Polly ordered. Okay, I think this is a good time to include another picture. Oh, this is a new page. Okay.
Okay, I can
Hold
read
on. I
this if
just
you want to.
picture. There's supposed to be 6 characters here, but I did not. I got lazy and I only drew 4. So there you go.
Bloody hell, dude.
Imagine there's 2 more characters here.
Not that I'm complaining at all. Go on. Bun, 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 bun. Why is my hair? Oh dear, it wasn't really. Bloody hell! On my side is 86 Fahrenheit, and and the humidity is 85%. Yikes. Okay. Little did she realize that all the Pokemon in the room would follow her command. They piled up onto Dan's Pokemon, but Legend picked them off. Wait, oh yeah, Legend was here. Legend picked them off and threw them down. Prima had a Cloyster, Slowbro, James, Piloswine, Dugong, and Lapras. She ordered all of them to attack Lance without any of his Pokemon to defend him.
Wait, what's going on with Lance's
Lance?
Pokemon? Why doesn't he have his Pokemon out? It sounds like his Pokemon were stolen. Okay, maybe this is going somewhere. Let's keep reading.
Lapras, Confusion Raiders ice Pokemon, a blue light flash from Lapras into Prima's Pokemon. Their thoughts became jumbled as they muttered about colliding with one another. Thank you, Polly. Said Lance, taking the time to opening all the all
I see what happened here. Lance hadn't brought out his Pokemon yet, so Prima was like, "Kill him now!"
Okay. His fierce and wondrous dragon Pokemon encircled him to form a living barrier. Jungler. Jungler Rap. Susan's Tangler wrapped wound his vine whip across Polly and held her within. Good job, Polly! Lapras exclaimed, storing a blue light in his mouth. Don't use Ice Beam unless you want to hear.
Jeez, Susan, that's brutal. That is hard. I mean, I know she's hypnotized by Rill, but that is brutal.
You should say, Rill, you're going to have a beat down, a really bad beat down for doing this. Taunting Lapras and all Polly's loyal Pokemon, Eric was taken by surprise at Susan's attitude adjustment. He felt like she was transformed into someone else, a person he could never like. Don't worry, Lapras. I would be giraffe. Polly's Girafarig took control of Jungler's vines, and Polly was able to slip out of them. Nice move, Girafarig. Your Pokemon are too weak to get the job done. Dan complained to Susan. Legend, kill her. Don't do this, Dad. I'm your daughter. It makes no difference to me who you are. You are an enemy of Rill, and I will see you perish. Did you actually? Is that a typo with perish?
It's supposed to be perish, not parish. Let's see. Was there a picture on that? Oh, okay. Well, there's you know what? I'm gonna put a picture in, and then you can just finish the chapter, and I'll read this part and the next page. Okay, but first let me put a picture in. Anyway, Not exactly the poses I wanted, but oh well.
Uh, uh, she does look kind of beat
Yeah.
up.
Okay, Carrie, I guess you can just finish the rest of that chapter.
Okay. Whoa, is that it? Wait. Polly had never heard her father speak so harshly, and it sparked her emotions. She did nothing but sit on her knees, watch as her own tears fell upon the ground. No, I will not allow this. My Pokemon, stop them! Lance dragons were put down before they could follow their orders. Legend's Ultra Beam bowled them over. Several other Pokemon were also harmed by the dragon's attack, including all of Polly's. Your Pokemon were always inferior to mine, Lance. Then laughed. The only reason I didn't have Legend hit you because Real wants to use you. I would rather die than be controlled by that insolent brat. Legend lifted his tail up to slam Polly's head. Yikes! That's a. I hope that would
Yeah,
be a
oh,
concussion,
definitely.
right? Look at the
Definitely.
size of
If
that
not
thing.
death.
His eyes were cold and he looked evil. Polly raised her head up to him and put her arms around to shield herself. When Legend looked down at her, he began to remember all the dragon sons. He thought of the memories from peaceful times, like the day he met Dan as a Dratini, or the first time he fought alongside him. Polly's eyes were squinting and she was sweating out of terror. She had not only made the dragon remember what he was, but also made him see what Real had made him. Legend, stop hesitating and finish the job. Legend moved away from Polly and gave Dan a stern look. Obey me! Groaning, Legend shook his head at him. I see. You have managed to free yourself from Real. Well then, my other Pokemon will do what you couldn't. The four Pokemon Dan had were very willing to follow him. Legend looked at them, and that his expression was all what was all he what, was that what was all that was needed to change their minds. They too became free of their mind control and went against Dan. What? Why are you not obeying me
Oh,
now?
okay. So, like I said,
You
most of this part of the story, there were no chapters, and it was just one long bit of text. So I had to like divide it, and it was really hard to come up with a good part to divide them into chapters. So that's why that might seem a little off. Anyway,
I don't know why, but I have no idea. But that ending in chapter 22 reminds me of that scene with Woody fighting against Xehanort.
wait,
I think.
what does it remind you of?
Woody standing against Xehanort. I think is that his name?
I hold on.
That
Let me
one.
just see. Did you send me something?
No, I didn't send. I didn't send anything. Wait. I think it was this one. Wait. Yeah, this one. This one. There it is. Wait, hold on. Let me try. Do 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 do.
Beep boop beep boop 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 beep boop.
I'm almost getting there.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, Xehanort. There we go. I was
are you
remembering
talking about
correctly.
Kingdom
My
Hearts?
bad. Yes, I am. Can be. I'm having a
Oh,
character development.
okay. Let's see here. All right, chapter 23. Legend 2 zoomed downward on her wings, slamming into the door. Slamming into the door. In the building? Whatever. Rill was nowhere in sight. Only an empty, only a large empty corridor with two sets of seats. Well, where is he? Stephen asked. How should I know? Danny questioned back. You chose this specific building, remember? Actually, I confess, I used the eeny, meeny, miny, mo method. Welcome, son of Dan. Rill's loud mind welcomed. At last, the moment of truth is here. Can you find me in this place? There aren't too many places for me to hide here. Oh, however, I should warn you, before you start trying, I have some friends who are here to greet you. 4 doors opened. From 4 doors came the Elite Four. Karen was the dark Pokemon user, while Bruno was the muscle-bound member who trained fighting Pokemon. Goku was a ninja who... Oh, at least I'm not describing them all. Oh, wait, I think I already described them all earlier. Oh well. Delayed in its strategic moves in the team. And Will was a stylishly dressed psychic master. These are my new bodyguards. I think they want to play. All 4 members opened all their Pokeballs. Pokemon from all types and sizes appeared and looked in the mood to attack. Bruno had 4 fighting Pokemon, 2 Onix rock types. Will's Pokemon were all psychics. Koa had mostly poison Pokemon and 1 Forretress. Danny and Steven were ready to use their own Pokemon, but some monsters from the Elite Four didn't look loyal to Rill at all. They began fighting the other Pokemon. These Pokemon belonged to Karen. She used a Murkrow, a Houndoom, a Sneasel, and a Houndour. An Umbreon, and a Gengar. I see now all of Karen's Pokemon except Gengar are immune to psychic powers. That's why Rill can't control them. Karen's Pokemon confused their enemies with rays and attacked them one at a time. Danny, Steven, do you need help? Morty asked as he and the other gym leaders entered the dome. Not really. Karen's Pokemon are doing a pretty good job. Bruno's Machamp punched Karen's Umbreon across the room, and it did the same to all the other dark types. Well, they were anyway. Morty, you and the others help Karen's dark Pokemon. Steven and I will find Rill. Danny recalled Legend 2, and with the help of the Johto gym leaders, they moved closer to the entrance of the next room. Mischievous, psychic the fighters! Morty ordered. Morty's ghost crashed Bruno's fighting Pokemon into another. I've been wanting to do this to Bruno for a long time, Chuck laughed, having his Poliwrath come out. Poliwrath, use Hydro Pump on Onix! Poliwrath forced high-pressured water stream out of its swirl. Bruno's 2 rock Pokemon fell onto the floor so hard they made the ground shake. Toxic them! Koga shouted to his Pokemon. Miltank, roll out! Whitney exclaimed. Her cow jumped up and went into a spin, treading across the ground and running over all of Koga's Pokemon except this flying Crobat and Steel Bug. Crobat, agility! Koga's. I guess it's back to you, Carrie.
Okay. Sweet! You can look at the thing right now and laugh at it. You can look at the thing, what I was talking about. I said, why won't you answer me? Well, because Ryu is a loser, and then you are so much better than Ryu.
Was this where it was like, I don't know what you want with Buzz, and frankly, I don't care. That's one of the best lines in Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like that Danny probably would say something similar as well. He was like, well, I don't know what you want with Dad, what's your hate boner with him is, but frankly, I do not care. You are a loser. And then we are like, geez, that little guy, guy is a Spitfire.
Okay, I guess it's your turn.
Agility! Koga! Master Koga! Koga's flying rodent flew about with his extra 2 pair of wings, giving an extra boost of speed. Do you think that would actually help him though? Because we went from Golbat, which is like having a big ass mouth, and then right now we got 2 pair of wings. Does it even work? Physics didn't work that way. Oh well, never mind then. Patriot, Faulkner called Whirlwind. The flying gym leader's bird moved his wings and made spinning wind that caught Crobat in its current. The Pokemon was no longer able to control its flying patterns and clumsily came to the ground. Fortress, Fortress, spite them! Holger exclaimed. Yikes, I forgot to turn off my phone. Sorry about that. Wait. Okay, there we go. Fortress shook off dangerously sharp metal and shot it above the gym leaders' heads. Caesar, Caesar, Bugsy called. Cypher, Caesar! Bugsy called, go and stop the spikes from coming down. Cypher, along with his steel evolution, use their blades to shears to knock the spikes at Koga's armored Pokemon. Dragonair! Flamethrower! I suddenly realized something. Do you think that Cypher and Caesar actually inspired by Tomex in real life? Because one time we saw flying ants into our house and my mom asked us to kill them because otherwise they would start eating the wood. I think maybe they are inspired by Tomex. That's why Caesar cannot fly.
I didn't think about that.
My Pokemon combines your powers with my own to conquer them, Will ordered. He and his sidekicks took a large chunk out of the wall and hurried towards the group of trainers. Policeman, Lisa! Leaf exclaimed. His ice pick blew out a strong snowstorm that slowed the wall's speed. Though the attack was strong, was strong in total power. I think that's what you were trying to say. Was strong in total power. Is it strong total power? Will and his Pokemon were too much to be stopped by an artificial blizzard. Yeah, you can change that too. Will and his Pokemon were too much.
What was Pokemon?
Were too much.
There we go.
Pidgeot, help Piloswine! Faulkner shouted. The winds and the flying Pokemon produced were as powerful as a hurricane, with Piloswine still attacking. The strain on the psychics was tremendous. Keep it up, you two, Whitley cheered. They are weakening. Claire pointed out. With one more burst of air, Pidgeot and Piloswine broke Will's control, and the object that was going to be used to his benefit worked against him. 5 of his psychic team members were crushed against the wall. Yikes! By the piece of drywall. When the chunk that pinned them down fell, they were jammed inside. Well, I still have my Alakazam, Will sighed. Suddenly, a glimmering blocky tail came over and grabbed Alakazam. Jasmine's Steelix head came out to fight. Not anymore! Do it, Steely! The gigantic serpent made from minerals lashed its tail, throwing Will's only usable psychic onto the ceiling. There it stayed, looking downward in pain. Okay, wrap around the Elite Four. Try as they may. Try as they may.
Try as they may. Yeah, they.
The Elite Four masters could not escape. Soon they were bound with their Pokemon Steel body. Heavens, Master! They cried out to Rio. Why should I? Rio questioned. You lost to a pack of lower-level gym leaders. How dare you? Whitney countered. Gym leaders take pride in who we are and our gyms, Faulkner stated. Whatever, I should never relied on Pokemon trainers in the first place. Psychics were all the power, where all the power is. I have no use for those 4 losers anymore. The Elite Four began coming to their senses, and so did their Pokemon. Wait, what happened? Bruno asked. Last thing I remember, I was trying to save Lance, Karen fought.
Steelix, release them, Jasmine ordered. Steelix uncoiled and set the 4 free. Oh, well, it looks like it's time for phase 2. Real said to himself. Danny and Stephen felt themselves moving without their consent. What's happening to me? Danny asked. Rule's making us move together, Stephen answered. The 2 of you are the only ones I'm interested in now. So everyone else, stay out! Danny and Stephen were swept off into a pair of doors and locked behind them. Danny! Claire cried, trying to open the doors. Everyone helped, but the doors did not move. Even the Pokemon couldn't budge them. Danny was still outraged at the fact that his Pokemon would not listen to him. Oh, Dan was still outraged by the fact his Pokemon would not listen to him. Obey my orders!
一陣間我去嗰陣咪回收咯。
Obey my orders, he shouted. The Pokemon did nothing but look at him. In a second, his heart became warm, and he could feel words being said to him by Legend. Polly's heart raced, and she was shocked to hear them as well. Come to your senses, Dan, he said. No, don't talk to me! Can't you see what's happening? Rill is using you. No! Listen to us, Dan, Monsoon's message said. How could you forget who you are? Who am I? Dan copied. I can't remember who I was. We will help you then. Then Legend assured Dan, and his dragons joined their thoughts, and began seeing his past. He saw his life long ago through Legend's heart, and he saw his present life through Monsoon's. He was able to look back on his childhood, up to when he got a family, and as well as the days he spent with them. It was so real that it was like he was actually there. His senses were oblivious to all things around him. This was a private experience for only Dan, Legend, and Monsoon. Prima was confused at what they were doing. Dan, can you hear me? She asked. Dan gave no reply, and she saw an opportunity placed before her. I'm sure that dragon-loving sap is going to break away from Rill. I might as well kill him now. Ice beam them! No, Lapras, rain dance! Polly exclaimed. A thundercloud formed on top of the ice Pokemon, and they prepared to use their cold attacks. Polly, let's do this together, Josh said to her, showing her his Mr. Mime, who was charging up electricity in his body. We must protect Dan at all costs, Lance added, helping his Dragonite get up. Thunder! The trainers cried out. Their Pokemon each caused several lines of lightning to shoot down from the cloud. The multiple yellow bolts traveled through the water droplets and merged into one straight and massive electric bomb. It exploded on contact with Prima's Pokemon, and they vanished inside the blinding light. My Pokemon! She exclaimed. Stray bolts shot outward, and the trainers went to the ground for protection. As the last sparks sizzled out, the ice Pokemon were left in very bad condition. Every area of their body was left with painful burns, and their previously bright colors had all changed to black. Oh, classic cartoon burns then. No, I'm sorry. Prima did her best to help her Pokemon. She gave them all the care she could.
This is my fault. I wasn't strong enough to resist Rill. Well, no longer I will be controlled. Thank you. She addressed the trainers whose Pokemon who had shocked her. Oh, you and your Pokemon have released me from Rill's control. When I saw the critical damage caused upon my Pokemon, my heart took over and broke his power over me. I won't let him use me again. Neither will I. Then, at coming out of his trance, Polly could tell just by looking at him that her father had returned to his old self. She embraced him and placed her head close to him. I'm sorry for what Rill made me do, Polly. I would rather die than do anything to hurt you. I'm so
Pitcher time!
You have returned. You won't.
Pitcher!
You won't make me live, Rill. I will fight you. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish, Eric responded. Everyone in the room was astonished that Eric spoke to Susan. Rill is a creep. He uses everyone just to get what he wants. Then he throws them away like cheap paper. I hate him, and I want to see him fail. This is for your own good, Susan. He had his Houndoom come out and for some strange reason knocked Susan over and sit on her head. What is he doing? Polly inquired, coming up with no logical reason. Get hey, stay on her Houndoom. I'm gonna reach out these vines to remove the unwanted canine. Flamethrower. Eric's fired out like a flame that kept the grass attack at bay.
I guess I can continue.
And you
What's
can do it.
happening? I'm feeling different, Susan questioned. I'm me again. Eric recalled Houndoom to its ball, and Susan stood up. What happened? I had Houndoom stay on your head, and its dark-type body absorbed the psychic waves that were controlling you. Very clever, Lance credited. Listen, I'm still a Team Rocket member, but Rill's bad news. He wants to take us over just as much as he wants to take you over. For this one time, I want to fight with you guys. You really do? Susan smiled. Yeah, you're welcome to help, Lance replied. Since Danny doesn't have a Tyranitar, we'll need all the help we can get. Thanks a lot, Danny. What? Danny doesn't have a Tyranitar? Dan hit his forehead. I could make my character hit my forehead. Hold on. Was it, Oop. No, Mistake? Oh, dang it. Was it? I'm trying to remember what my forehead thing was. My forehead animation. Dang it. Oh well, whatever. Denny doesn't have a Tyranitar? Yes, I told him to stay behind and evolve his Pupitar, but he came regardless. Oh, that kid and his disregard for orders! The father sighed. The fight of blades drew on. The combat became fiercer and more aggressive. Talon and Turner copied each other move for move, and they were both growing tired doing so. Damien was now losing, and Ian just seemed to be getting stronger with every attack. Ian, stop this! Why should I? I'm winning. You were pretty confident in the beginning, but now the circumstances are in my favor. Don't you remember how we were friends? When we were younger, we played at night together. That sounds wrong. He says that because he's an albino, so he's like doing stuff at night, but that just sounds messed up. I think I gotta change that. We younger, we played together. We played together. There we go. That just sounds wrong to say we played together at night. Anyway. What? Ian paused for a second, and Damien hoped that it was a sign. I do remember. Then, just as abruptly as he had paused, he continued his assault. No, Ian, you have to fight this control. I can't. Remember the friends you've made. You're betraying them. I am. Ian forced his sword tip up. Ian forced his sword up it. What the fuck am I reading here? Ian forced his sword up. It slipped through. This sentence is breaking my brain, Carrie. Ian forced his sword up. It tip made Damien slip through his fingers. I'm just gonna move on because I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Now the trainer who dwelled in the night was unarmed and completely vulnerable to Ian's attack. Oh, I think he's saying he let his sword slip through his fingers. Okay. Ian held his razor weapon with the blade pointed downward, where Damien was. That's supposed to be a where. Betraying them! In an unexpected turn, Ian whipped the blade he held to the right. It spun over and sliced across Turner's fingers. Ah! He screamed, watching his metal weapon fall to his feet. Damien, thank you, Ian said. Ian, you're back to normal. No, don't! The two reunited friends looked over. Talon pinned Turner down with his family sword. Now, Turner, you die, right here and now, he shouted, panting for air. If this continues, then one of us will die, but it will be in a place where I see fit. So for now, I bid you farewell. Turner pushed Talon's sword away and dropped a pellet that released a dim smoke screen. The villain was gone as it cleared. Okay, there's another picture. Picture. Okay. There we go. He's just like, hey, I'm leaving. Okay. Okay, how much more do we have of this chapter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Think you can get through 7 pages, Carrie? Okay, 7 pages. We can pull this off. I think. Okay.
Can we not? What?
No, I'm
Are you
fine.
okay?
We can do this. Okay. I will avenge my family's name, Turner, and one day I will kill you. Boy, that smokescreen bit is so overused, Ian remarked. Talon, where are Josh and Danny? Asked Damien. I don't know, but we need to find them. Follow us, Lance ordered, running to the large dome building. Dan, Polly, and the others accompanied him. Hurry, Danny's going to need us! Danny and Steven had been forced into a tiny room.
I heard Danny's gonna eat us.
Danny's gonna eat us! It's supposed to be need, Carrie.
Yeah, no. Oh, but what the?
Danny's gonna need us. It sounds like I get it now. Anyway, Danny and Steven had been forced into a tiny room with 3 doors on the sides and one straight ahead. The one on the right had Danny's name, the left had Steven's, and the door in the front of them was blank. Well, I think it's pretty clear, Danny stated. You're right about that, Steven agreed. Grill has 3 restrooms, one for you, one for me, and one for himself. What are you talking about? What is clear is that he wants us to go into that door, you to go in that door, and me to go in that one. I bet that third door is his office. Correct, Steven, Real agreed, but there was something you didn't say. My door is only unlocked by opening the other 2 at the exact same time. Oh, and don't use Pokemon attacks to try and break through. My door is made of a special alloy that can withstand an atomic blast. Holy shit, dude! Did you really need an atomic blast door in your damn base? Also, atomic weapons confirmed in Pokemon. Don't think we knew that before.
Yikes.
If you attempted a hyper beam, for example, it would reflect back at you. Not the most pleasant of experiences. Come on, do you think we would be so stupid to open those doors? Steven questioned. Really? You could be hiding a cannon behind them, Danny added. If you want to reach me, then you know the only way. The 2 friends looked at each other, without any solution to their current dilemma. You know that he's trying to trap us, Danny stated. Yes, but with what? Why don't you 2 open the doors and find out, Real suggested. At this point, both trainers saw that there was no other way. Danny let open the doors. Danny, let's open the doors, but you open mine and I'll open yours. That's a great idea, Steven. Let's do it. Remember to keep your Pokeballs ready in case Real has some of his Pokemon in there. Right. Danny went to the door labeled Steven, and Steven walked to the door with Danny's name on it. Okay, Danny, on the count of 3. I'm ready, Steve. 1, 2, 3! Both boys turned the doorknobs on the doors and swung them open. What the? Steven jumped. I can't believe it. Surprisingly, behind both doors were plain, small white rooms. You gotta be kidding me. And to think I was actually worried. As Danny was laughing at the bare room, Steven saw a strange plant sprout out of the white floor in the room with Danny's name. It continued to get longer and bigger until it left the room and extended to the other side where Danny stood. It wasn't until then that Steven realized what it was doing. Danny, the vine is trying to get you into that room! What? Danny turned around from the ordinary room and saw a vine lashing above him. Oh, that vine. Ah! It rolled over his head and twisted around his ankle, flipping him over onto his back and tugging him over the floor. As it nearly pulled the dragon son in, Steven took hold of Danny's arms and tried to free him. Hang on tight, Danny. I won't let it take you. Steven, I think your room wants you in it too. Danny alerted Steven, and he looked over his shoulder. A black smoggy twister was working its way over to them. Steven's leg had been on the floor, and the strong wind uplifted them. Neither Danny nor Steven let go of the other, and the pulling on them was agonizing. My arms really hurt! If that really hurts Danny, imagine how much it hurts Steven. He's still got that wound, remember?
You can imagine that the wound was reopening at this one. Like,
Do you want to go in there? No, then hold on. Listen, Steve, we have a choice here. We can either get amputated by a dust devil and a superweed, or we can face whatever real has for us in those rooms. I don't know about you, but throwing Pokeballs isn't easy without arms! Okay, we let go on the count of 3. 1. Danny rolled his eyes and let go, being taken into his room. And Danny's like, why are we doing a countdown? Let go, being taken into his room and having the door slam behind him. The same fate befell Stephen. Oh no, can you feel that? The psychical? That's a stupid word. I'm just... The psychic jack. The psychic jack. The psychic's side.
All the mental bits and the physical
that was
bits
physical.
or something?
Hold on. Whoa, what the? Oh, God.
Go, Danny, go! Go! Go, Danny, go! Go!
Hold on. I think we jumped ahead. Maybe. It was locked in a room. Without arms, blah, blah, blah. Oh! There we go. Physical, Jack question is his counterpart. Danny and Stephen are being attacked by Rill. We have to become one and help them. No, I will not. What is it going to take to break past your stubbornness? Will one of our friends have to die? Or what about someone in the family like Barbara or Greg or Linda? The other Jack was unable to give an answer. Okay, this is driving me crazy. I need to do this. It's like swapping between characters is just too confusing. Once Danny was locked in the room, the vine that had pulled him in shrank back into the floor without leaving a trace. Danny could still see no sign of danger, only a quiet, boring place. Is this it, Rill? He asked. Is this what you made me come in here to see? The young trainer was ready to begin laughing again, but something changed in the room. A small area of the plain white wall flipped over, making a loud clack noise. Now it looked like a tile of black reflective glass. Danny was startled when the entire room began doing the same. Black tiles began covering every area, including the door. He jumped on the...
I wonder what movie did you watch to have this scene? It's not Kirby.
I don't think it's Kirby, yes. Anyway, my character is hearting. Stop hearting. Jump to the floor and change as well. Okay, now the room is starting to scare me. Suddenly, painful jolts went through Danny's head. He held his hands to his forehead, squinting his eyes as they got worse. Falling forward, the pain finally stopped. But when he looked around, all he could do was awe at where he was. No longer was he in a tiny room. Instead, he was placed in the center of a grand stadium. The Indigo Plateau, he gasped. Large groups of people crowded around the outer stands, and Lance stood as a trainer on a trainer platform that rose from the ground. What are we getting ready to duel? All right, Danny. Draw your first pathetic card. Anyway. I didn't feel like putting much effort in, so we got the most bland stadium you've ever seen. Sorry.
There's so many rocket standees in here. Just cardboard cutouts of rockets. Boo!
Let's see.
Yeah, I can read it. Go, Danny! Danny looked over to see all his friends and family sitting on the seats outside the battle arena. Win, bro! Polly cheered. We're here for you, son, Dan reassured. Just use all the skills you can, Stephen called. Wait, what the hell happened? What happened? Danny asked himself when he was lifted up to his own trainer's stern, where it looks like the challenger is ready to start the battle. An announcement blared over the loudspeakers. Are you ready to fight me, Danny? Lance asked in a friendly way. Hold it! If I was really here, I would have to have... He had all the badges he required to face the Elite Four. This can't be happening. room Stephen was in changed to what Stanley's room looked like, and he too experienced the pain in his head. In the blink of his eye, he was in a different place. It looks like of a mine, some of sort, or a maze.
It
Is
looked
it
like a mine of some sort. Strong steel arches.
a mine of some sort? Strong steel arcs upheld it, and the minerals sparkle on the walls. I know this place, but how is it possible that I'm here? When Stephen spoke, he noticed the whole voices changed a little. Looking at himself, he discovered his voice wasn't the only thing that had changed about him. He looked 10 now instead of 13, and he wasn't wearing his usual clothes. Instead of his usual colorful jacket, he had a blue t-shirt, and in place, his pants were bright yellow shorts. What happened to me? Hi, Stephen, called a young girl. She was almost identical to Polly, except her hair was red and she was younger by 3 years. She wore a yellow dress and a new pair of sneakers. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
we can
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Do you want to do it?
I'd actually change her description. Maybe I'll do that later. I kind of found the description that she looked like Polly boring, so I actually just redesigned her a bit. But I didn't change it in the text. So yeah, she has a ponytail like Polly, but I decided to give her like a pair of glasses. Anyway, I didn't realize that Steven had grown younger and his outfit changed, so I kind of drew him in his normal outfit, but oh well. Um, let's see. Let's see. Polly, is that... No, it can't be, Stephen muttered. What are you talking about, Stephen? Is that you, Leia? Of course it's me. You promised you would show me around, remember? No, this isn't right. Why is this happening again? I never wanted to remember this day. As Lance and the others with him came into Rill's building, they found the Pokemon trainers and masters working to break down Rill's barricade. What is going on? Asked Claire. Rill forced Danny and Steven behind those doors, she replied, and we can't open them. What? Danny's in there with Rill? Dan remarked. We've tried everything, Jasmine informed. Only ghosts could get through those doors. Morty stated. All the people around him looked at him with expressions as if he had said something dumb. What? Oh, well, I guess I acted kind of stupid, didn't I? Okay, Lance, I'm ready for... Okay, and then going back inside. Okay, Lance, I'm ready for you, Danny grinned. That's not the word we need here. Accepting his current position without any thought. Excellent. Then choose your first Pokemon. Danny laughed and put his hand down and lifted up his jacket to grab one of his Pokemon. He was surprised to find that nothing was there. What? Where are my Pokemon? The crowd cheering was abruptly ended, and when Danny looked around, there was no one there. Only Lance remained. His sister, father, and all his friends were gone. What is happening? Where is your starter Pokemon, Danny? Where are they? Don't you have Pokemon? Yes, I do, but they disappeared. Then I guess you'll have to fight alone. Lance opened his Pokeballs and ordered his Dragon Pokemon to attack Danny. No, this is against the rules. What's going on? Danny searched his travel bag, hoping his Pokemon were there, but it was completely empty. Now even his 16 badges were missing. I don't understand. Did you really think you earned those badges in Pokemon? Lance taunted. What would you have been without your big sister and the wisdom of Jack? No, I earned everything on my own. You're fooling yourself. Lance, this isn't like you, Danny pointed out as he came to an important conclusion. No, it isn't you. This whole place isn't even real. Real! Nice try! Well done, Dragonson, Lance said, his voice changing to Rill's. But even though you know the truth, it works against you. All your success was simply because you were the son of Daniel Dragonson. It's not true! It is. Danny's head started hurting again, and he was attacked by the Pokemon in the stadium. Oh, picture time!
What? Wait.
Yep.
You here? Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh
Sorry,
gosh, that's my... What happened to my program? It's going nuts! Oh god, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Maybe if I minimize it and
Oh,
open it
dear.
again? Oh god. Oh dear god, what happened? I think the program is exploding.
I mean that we have to wait.
It means I have to restart the whole damn thing. It's going nuts. Oh, look at it. It's all glitchy. Ugh. I don't know if I want to save it. What if it looks like that when it comes back? I think I've saved it fairly often, so I'm just going to discard it for now. Okay. Now I have to bring it up again. Okay.
But is it still live
It's all still live streaming. It's just not looking at the program. Wait, what is it looking at right now? Oh, it's looking at my desktop, I guess. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, load. Load, 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 load. Load the program. Load the program. Load it up. Load it up. Load it up, load it up, load it up. Come on. Ugh, it's lagging. Boop. Ugh. Ah, put that there. Oh, God. There we go. Put that there. Oh, close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Let me try to open it again. What are you doing? Open it. Fine then. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it, man. Open it all. Ugh, it's lagging like crazy. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay, I think it just. Okay, no, shut up! Shut up! Oh. Cancel. I want to cancel that nonsense. Ugh! I finally got it back up. Okay, OBS, can you see it? Yeah, it looks like it's back up. Good, good, good. Ugh, that was obnoxious. Okay. Control find. Nice try, Rill. Ugh. Nice try. Because I know that was the last thing that was said. Oh, here we go. Real nice try. There we go. Real nice try. Well, that is true. It is. Is starting the Pokemon attacked by the Pokemon in the stadium. Ugh, gotta add the stupid picture again. Gotta add the stupid picture again. There we go. Now don't glitch this time. There we go. Ugh. I was reading. Okay. Oh, yeah, let me put this over here. There we go. Steven was still struggling with his own problems as he went through a terrible memory brought back to haunt him. Come on, Steven, let's go, Leia insisted. No, it's too dangerous. Leia's face changed and she looked angry with him. I'll go without you then. That's the wrong then. She vanished out of Steven's sight, moving through the mine. No, don't go! The walls of the tunnel began shaking and the dirt started falling. Ah! Leia screamed. Steven ran to where the cry was coming from, covering his head to protect himself from falling objects. He found her clinging to the edge of a dark pit. Steven! It's happening again! Help me! Steven moved to save the young girl, but the ground that upheld her crumbled apart and she was plunged into the darkness below. Not again! Okay. And let's see, where is it? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Another picture. You keep putting the picture in the wrong spot. Put it like there. Whatever, I'll just read from here. Seeing such a tragedy repeated drove Steven to anger. He kicked rocks and slammed his fist into the wall. Why did I have to see this again? Should I continue or?
Yeah, I can do it. How many pages do we? Oh wait, are you?
Oh, I'm not sharing. Okay, hold on. Sharing. Yeah, there it is. Go live. Oh yeah.
Here, fishy. Ugh. Where? Oh, there it is. Whoa, that's a. Because it's your greatest fear. Real reply from him. Steven wanted to attack, but his arms fall short as Real brought pain into him. I discovered that when a person is exposed to the thing that they most fear, the will to resist me will be crushed. And now you are mine. Oh, Polly keeps kneeling down. Keeling down?
It's supposed to be kneeling, not keeling down.
You alright? Stanley, Dad, he's in pain. What do you mean? Something is hurting him. I can feel it, Dad. He's scared. I think Real is making you see things. Wait. While you were fixing it, and also it's pretty noisy over on my side. So, what did he make? What did Real make him see with Danny?
Oh, did you see this picture?
No, not yet.
So Danny's head started hurting as he was attacked by the Pokemon in the stage. So Lance's Pokemon attacked Danny.
But when you were fighting, it's supposed to happen though. Why?
Okay.
Wait. We have to get in there. Monty, use one of your ghost Pokemon. Danny ordered. To do what? They could do nothing to help those illusions? They would have to know the foresight, which is impossible for any ghost Pokemon to learn at the moment. I know how to help Danny, Polly informed, dropping closer to the door. I need Polly to... Polly fainted before she could finish telling her plan. No, Polly! Then exclaimed, trying to wake her. I think she was trying to say Polygon. Claire clarified. No, she meant Polly. It's the nickname of my sister-in-law's Porygon. Porygon, declared a mechanized voice. A flat wire frame was formed near Dan, and Pori took shape. That's Pori, but how did he know that we needed him? Dan pondered. One of Polly's Pokeballs snapped open, and her Smeagol walked out. It looked at Polly and started talking to it. Smeagol. Polygon, Pori. So what are they talking about now? Josh asked Dan. How should I know? Well, you used to have a watch that translate Pokemon languages. The battery ran out, and they stopped circulation of that kind in the stores. That sucks.
Let's
Do you want to do it? Party gone. Party gone.
Let's see. The artificial cyberspace. Porygon. The artificial cyberspace Pokemon flashed for a second and Smeargle swiped its brush about. Soon after, Pori changed back to its wire frame and left. What just happened? Morty asked. I'm not sure, Danny replied. Smeargle went over to Faulkner and jumped up, pointing at his Pokeballs. I think he wants me to release my Pokemon, Faulkner guessed. Do it, said Dan, knowing that something was going on. Faulkner's winged Pokemon circled the area, not knowing what their master wanted from them. Smeargle! The painting Pokemon shouted at Faulkner's knockdown. It flew down. It's the boy! It's the boy! It flew down slowly and landed beside it, just like it had done with Pori. Smeargle talked to the owl Pokemon. After this, the wise bird's large eyes shined red, and the rays from them were put on Smeargle. The dog twirled its brush and jumped over to Morty. Now what does it want? I think I'm starting to understand, Dan said. Morty assumed Polly's Pokemon wanted to see his ghost, and he opened up one of the balls to let Gengar out. Smeargle did not try to communicate with the ghost. Instead, it taunted it and made faces. It used Leer, Morty informed. But why? Bugsy inquired. Morty's Gengar was getting mad at Smeargle's rudeness and attacked with a Shadow Ball. Smeargle looked happy and jumped for joy as it was hit. The ball was merely absorbed into it, and the painter did something next that made its own body change. It could now float, and it was possible to see through it. Good Smeargle, Polly complimented, struggling to get up. You did just what I wanted. What is she talking about? Lance asked. I think she was able to tell Smeargle what to do even when she couldn't speak, Dan replied. Smeargle, go help Danny, Polly whispered, passing out.
Oh no, that was this is the first tactical use of Smeargle we've seen so extensively.
It's like, Smeargle, help Danny!
I think. Yeah, I can do it. Submit, Steven! Real order trying to gain control of his mind. Steven used all of his remaining strength to fight Real's powers. It was a battle that wouldn't end. Struggle all you like, but your normal mind is no match for a superior psychic mind. I can't resist. Steven stopped fighting and he stood upright facing Real. I will obey Real. I told you you will never be able to win against me. Now you are my servant. No, Master, you are wrong. What? You dare say that I am wrong? I will not be your servant. No, this is not possible. How could you free yourself so easily? You forgot I was trained under Jack as well. He taught me a great deal about psychic power, including how to block it from my mind. Fine. If I can't take control of you then you will trap here forever. Real stretched his arms and the walls of the mind shook violently. When the psychic fade away, the ceilings of the mine fell on top of Stephen and covered him in rocks and dirt. Real watched the Pokemon illusions he had made Danny see. They pound the poor trainer with their claws and toes. He was grabbed by a dragon and thrown away. His clothes were torn and his body was battered. I think you have had enough. Now I know I will be able to take you over with no problem. Danny heard Polly's voice surround him. Polly, don't give up. Smeargle is coming to help you. I'm hurt. I'm so tired, sis. I know, but you need to fight him. I don't think I have what it takes. Don't give in. I don't want to lose you to him. Danny could hear the emotion in the way his sister spoke, and it gave him a Danny to fight. I will do all that I can for you, sis. Danny got up on his weakened legs, willing to fight Real. What are you doing? I won't let you use me like you use my dad and friends. Yes, I use some of your friends, but I'm afraid I couldn't use Steven.
My turn, I guess.
What?
What? He was actually able to counter my control, which is why he's laying dead in an abandoned mine right now. No! Danny exclaimed, thinking of his friend. Unfortunately, you have been trained by Jack, and so you are easy prey. Real psychic waves entered Danny's head, trying to conquer it. No! Danny, fight it! Polly! Aye! Danny stuttered, trying to defend his thoughts and speak to his sister, who was difficult. Polly had been the only one who could feel Danny, but soon Dan was able to interact with both of them. The dragon Pokemon also became connected with a web of communication and spoke freely. Son, we're all here, Dan informed. Even when we're apart, we can help one another, Tsunami added. With our hearts together. Oh man, this is getting really cheesy. With our hearts combined. With our hearts together, we will not be defeated, legend ended. Back in Johto, the hospital where Beth worked, Kyle was very upset. What's wrong, Kyle? She asked, holding up a stuffed toy. Wah! The infant yelled. I don't understand. What do you want? Though Kyle was extremely young, he was able to realize that his brother was in danger. He could feel the same thing Polly felt, and it made him feel insecure. Danny! He screamed. Yeah. The overwhelming effort Danny put out to stop Rail was slowly lessened. Rail was the one with the difficult work now. His mind swelled from trying to manipulate Danny's mind. Something kept him from getting inside it. Why can't I reach you? Okay, I think this is a good enough spot for a picture. This is the last picture, by the way. So yeah. Family connection! Dragon connection!
Yeah. I think that you want to change the full stop to question mark.
Oh yeah. Boop.
Yep, there we go.
Oh man, how much we got left? We can't have that. Oh, okay. You mind if I finish?
Oh,
You want to finish it? Go
I
ahead.
can finish it. Ryu, you were right to assume that I didn't know how to escape you, but my family is with me and they will protect me. Orange-like orbits around Danny, keeping the sideways away from his head. Flashes from the strange rays broke down the stadium into a white room it was before. Also, Danny's Pokeballs reappeared and his physical shape became normal, and his torn clothes are now look anew. How are you doing this? I don't know myself, but I do know that I'm free.
I love how nonchalantly he said that. Oh, I don't know, but I know I'm free.
The door that had kept Danny trapped opened wide and he walked out of it like it was a normal place. The rear that was talking to him disappeared like it was smoke. Smeagol had gone through the solid door like a ghost and was now looking at the three doors. He couldn't tell which to go, so he picked the one that looked at random and entered the door with Stephen in it. Stephen was still buried and abandoned in the same mine as Smeagol entered. He could hear the young trainer groaning from underneath, and his eyes were out red spotlights. As the lights moved, the mine was erased and changed back to what it was before. The pile of things that held Stephen down vanished, and he changed back to his original state. What happened? Smeagol. Oh, did you save me, little guy? I have never been so glad to see you. Stephen tried to hug his rescuer, but the painting Pokemon was still transparent,
Boop.
and it fell through him. You know you need to tell the people when you are a ghost type. Stephen! Danny called. They both looked at their doors, and they were open, and Ryu's was now unlocked. Let's go in. I'm right behind you. Danny and Stephen knew that they would have to face the powerful psychic alone, and the fact that makes them both a little afraid. They thought running away would be a bad idea, but they knew what was right. Okay, I guess we have to finish the job now, huh? I guess so. The door that they had come in was flung open, and all the gym leaders fell in one on top of the other. Hey, how did we do that? Bugsy moaned under the weight of shock. I guess when our doors were open, it belongs to Rooster and those doors too, Stephen concluded. Polly shouted, stepping over the hill of trainers to get to her brother. Thanks for your help, sis. A typo? I think that's a typo. Thanks for your help. How annoying is that? When you type your, it turns into your, but when you type your, it turns into your. I'm just glad that you weren't taken by real. Smiggle. Polly's loyal dog tugged at her shirt and get her attention. Good job, Smiggle. Polly kissed Smiggle on the head. Here you go. The Pokemon blushed just as the gym leader is starting to get up. Lance, Dan, and Josh, the Elite Four, and the rest trampled over them. Oh God, my back! Chuck complained, then put up his arms around both of his kids. You. Oh, Danny grinned. There's no time for this. We need to stop real. Lance reminded.
Lance is all about business.
The mention of Rio's name knocked the trainers back onto their defensive attitudes, and they looked at the door which the corrupted boy dwelled behind.
Okay, that's it for today. Carrie, next time we're gonna try and can we read 32 pages next time? I guess we'll see. Because if we do, that finishes this part of the story.
There's quite a lot of things, though.
So yeah, we'll see you next time for Chapter 24, Legendary Battle. Let's put an end to real.
That kid needs spanking.
Okay, time to end the live stream. See ya.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Stop. And